Mostly people tend to think of documents as plain text. So you have some PDF and it's really just a series of words. And if you feed in the series of words into a machine learning model, you expect that you can understand everything there was to understand about the document you fed in. And in fact, that very first initial conversion process of that PDF document to plain text, you lose a lot of salient information that's present in the layout of the page, that's present in how the page is styled, the size of your words on the page, potentially graphics. Sometimes text is a caption for an image, and if you lose the image, the text ceases to make sense. It's just such a lossy process that in the majority of cases, you've probably lost most of your relevant signal before you even get to your machine learning model. So I think one of the trends of the machine learning subfield as a whole is just that there are a lot of gains to be had by simply making sure you're feeding all of the relevant data into your model. And the trend historically has been to get rid of destructive pre-processing operations that strip that relevant information from your model's input. So a long time ago, this was just things like not converting the words in your page into a term frequency dictionary, because it turns out what those words actually represent and how they relate to other words that have similar morphology is really, really important. And converting it to just a series of word counts is incredibly destructive.
It's like, what is a word even, Like, I think that's one of the, it's like, what is a word? What is a sentence? Are one of those things where like, it's like, I think you're a non-technical person and you hear that question and you're like, are you an idiot?
I think,
like, you don't know what a word is?
Yeah. I think one of the first emails I ever sent you, Slater, after we installed Indico was like, hey, do you guys have any magic tricks for figuring out what a paragraph is? And I was so hopeful that you knew what a paragraph was. And
it's like, that's kind of like ML. It's like you ask these really stupid questions and then it turns out that like this is the deep philosophical like crux of the issue.